name is Audrey Alison, and this is your September 2014 forecast for the month. Thank you so much for joining me and for tuning in again, for subscribing and sharing and liking these posts. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. So let's get into September. Mercury on September 2nd is going to transit signs into Libra. This is your 7th house of relationships, Aries, and your 7th house is hit a lot in September for partnerships, business partnerships, your relationship that you're in, or the relationship that you're trying to achieve. Having this communication planet go into your 7th house of relationships could indicate that you're absolutely more expressive in this area. You're able to communicate with your partner, with your business partner. If you're not in a relationship, Mercury entering the 7th could make a great little transit for online dating. Mercury governs the speech and how you come across through writing and technology. So even though Uranus governs the internet, Mercury could make your profile look exceptionally well and receive that contact that perhaps you've been waiting for, or vice versa. On the 5th, Venus is going into Virgo, moving into your 6th house of work, daily routine, your daily regimen, your health, your pets. Venus is beautifying and also bringing money to the sector it touches. Beautifying your 6th house could mean really regimenting and perfecting a schedule for your health in which you feel better. You're healing as well. Venus in the 6th could give you reprieve from ailments and help the condition of the body. Money with Venus, because it governs both love and money for gym memberships or health projects or routines. You could find that you're supported in this area financially. It could work out to your benefit. So that's a good area for Venus to hit, because the health is obviously the most important thing that we have, and to have Venus touching this sector could really bring an easing to your health at that time. On the 8th is when we have our full moon at 16 degrees Pisces. This is the 12th house of spirituality and psychic ability, and the quiet house, the inner reflection, the last possible house before it enters the self, the first. Having an illuminated full moon, an awareness here in the 12th, is really opening up the psychic intuition, the mind, how you're receiving information, your dreams can become more prophetic in a full moon in the 12th. You could find that you might be more hidden. You want to stay at home a little more and to hone in and to retreat, and that's perfectly natural because you'll have more time to express yourself in the second half of the month. On the 13th of September, Mars finally transits into Sagittarius. Mars has been in Scorpio conjunct with Saturn and had that 7-month stay in Libra prior to that, but now he's finally, getting his action and his energy back, and he's moving steadily into Sagittarius. The fire planet Mars in Sagittarius, he likes being there because Sagittarius is also fire. And this is hitting your 9th house. This could bring on a lot of action and desire to travel, and energy and passion and drive and ambition in the 9th house of higher education and the willingness to learn. For those of you in school and in higher education courses, this is a lot of energy that you'll need for study and even for meditation. The 9th house is a metaphysical house as well, governed by Sagittarius. Wanting to go the distance and wanting to aim, Sagittarian the archer wants to aim far, aim abroad, overseas travel and study, school abroad, schooling out of country is possible, or you'll feel the desire to, or you might have the action to start implementing that. I'm trying to think of all the possibilities of Mars in the 9th house. There's so many options when planets move into the houses because the houses have a scope of what they govern. Mars is also men, represents the male, and you could travel with a male friend or partner at that time. I feel like there's a lot of intuitive feelings for Arians this month. The 12th and 9th house of the spiritual houses, the metaphysical aspects, are hit. And you could be studying or healing or going through some kind of metaphysical therapy at that time, or investigating that arena. On the 14th, we have a beautiful trine between Venus and Pluto. And this will hit your 6th and 10th house. Let's see. Pluto's finally going direct in Capricorn, and that's a good thing on the 22nd. We like Pluto going direct because he's very intense, and when he slows down, he's even more deep-seated. So this trine between Venus and Pluto is hitting the 6th house of work and the 10th house of career. So something could really boost you up in stature or leverage and status and title. You could find the daily regimen or the goals that you need to achieve are to reach the career limelight that you want. You could find that they're readily implemented at this time. For those of you who aren't working and you're retired, the 10th house is the house of retiring and your projection in your life, and it's the highest part in the astrological wheel. It's the heightened realm of what you achieve. And if you are not working, the 6th house could be your health and how you're presenting yourself in that area. You could be really working on the body, on the mind, on the spirit, all encompassing, really working on yourself, beautifying that area between the support of Venus and the intensity of Pluto, working harmoniously in a trine to use their better aspects together. The Sun also enters Libra on that day as well, and into your 7th house, shining into your partnerships and your relationship sector. So the Sun will meet Mercury there. So that's a beautiful support in the 7th house of relationships. On the new moon, the 24th, as 1 degrees Libra, really affecting your relationship sector, your marriage, if you're married. With the Sun's energy there, whatever progression you're in a relationship, it could be taken to another level. You have positive support for it gaining speed and direction. On the 25th, we have Jupiter trining Uranus. So that's Leo and Aries, a little fire trine in your 5th and 1st house. Because Uranus is stationed with you, Aries, so you're still being brought on the sudden shock and surprise of certain elements of life. Uranus is electricity and surprise, shocks and breakthroughs and new technologies and inventions. And it's very Aquarian and ahead of itself. Uranus is lining up with some of these other planets in fire signs and trining them, taking the elements of these planets that can really bring you and raise you up another level, put another notch under your belt. It's beautifully trining Jupiter in Leo, and we have Uranus and Aries. Think big with Uranus too. Any inventors out there working on projects, the 25th of September is a great time of month to think big and to come through, have a breakthrough, a sudden breakthrough in the mind could happen. But the 5th house is also creativity, which is why I say inventors, but this could be artists as well, or 5th house of children. Some Aries children might be very ahead of themselves in classes and advanced in certain subjects around that time, or just really breaking through in something that they really love. On the 27th, we end with Mercury going into Scorpio. Let's see, 8th house of sex and death and rebirth and all of that Plutonian energy of the 8th house. Mercury twice transiting in September into Libra, then quickly into Scorpio at the end of the month. It's just illuminating your relationship first in the 7th, and then your sex in the 8th. So perhaps you're establishing a relationship and intimacy. The 8th house is intimacy. And shared resources could be moving in together. I don't get a lot of 4th house home energy this month. However, on the 29th, Venus is entering Libra as well in the 7th house. So you'll have Mercury coming out of the 7th of communicating into that relationship, and then he moves into your sex eighth house of sex and shared intimacy, and then Venus follows suit, going into Libra in the second house to beautify the relationship again and bring financial support to the relationship. So it's following a little pattern here of connecting, meeting, having the right communication skills to meet and to be easily understood. No Mercury retrogrades this month. I can't say the same thing about next month. But for September, it's very smooth. September is a smooth month. Mercury will start to slow down towards the last 2 weeks of September. But he'll retrograde October 4th, I believe, through the 25th. Or so. Yeah, I think that's the transit. So you have, that's of October though, you have smoother times in September to put some ground between you and your relationship. Let's pick the alchemical deck for you. I've got some people saying they want to see me pull the cards. I know there's a lot of trust issues out there in the world, but when I pull the cards, I'm really pulling the cards. It's just easier for me to pull them how I lay them out on the table. I'm accustomed to things myself when I read, but I'm trying to please the masses, so I will be picking like this to show you that, you know, this is the card. King of Coins. Well, this is the mastering of one's environment and occupation. Very assertive and positive card for anyone who's looking for work or looking to change the living situation. This is a card that can protect someone under insecure times financially. So I think that Aries have a pretty good 6th and 10th house support of work and how you're earning your income. Oh, I didn't pull it in front of you again, but this is one of my favorite cards. See, I'm just not used to doing that, but this is the Three of Wands. This is 9th house energy, where Mars is going into Sagittarius, traveling abroad. But this is also replenishment, a new wave of reinforcements. It's a beautiful card. Let me do the other one, the third one, like this. The Six of Coins, sharing, trust, generosity, the youths. Now, for those of you with children, this is indicative of the 5th house of children and creativity, which we have that Jupiter trine with Uranus. Children for Aries, Arian's children are having a very creative time and really trusting one another with ideas and experience. And I get this inventive vibe for children and coming up with new things that interest them. Your 4th card, Aries, the Wheel of Fortune. So this is obviously luck, and it's a Jupiter card. So it does mean on the upswing, good times ahead. Let me see here. Oh, well, the Jupiter trine. Obviously, Leo's in Jupiter too. A lot of fire action, which is a lot of energy is happening and passion and instilling people with feistiness and drive and wanting to accomplish things. So it's a beautiful month for you, Aries. I think together, these 4 cards are saying, trust your coin, okay? Your jobs and your opportunities are in front of you for a reason. They're leading you to the right path. Experience is behind you too, and you have a certain sharing and trusting that with other people, it helps you move forward in life. My name is Audrey Alison. I hope you enjoyed your forecast. I did want to pull an astrology card for you, but if you'd like to book a private reading with me, I'm at audreyallison.com and on Facebook at Audrey Allison Astrology and Tarot. Here's your astrological card for the month of September. Aquarius. That's such a beautiful energy. Let's see. That's your 11th house, which isn't hit at all. And I feel like there might be a reminder to not forget your friendships at this time, or your group settings and your social. Oh, I understand. Because you're not as social right now with your 12th house activated, you're going inward. Don't forget about the people closest to you. It's okay to keep in contact or make a phone call and still be retreating some. So I hope that helps you, and have a beautiful September. My name is Audrey Allison. Have a sweet day. I'll see you next month. Bye.